All right. Well, tonight on the show, we've got Corrosion of Conformity, who are out on tour. They're out touring them right now, right?
They are back with Pepper.
Right. So what is going on with the COC camp? And obviously they've been able to patch whatever differences they had up and are out there playing Pepper era music, right?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they ever had differences. It just seems like Pepper got a better paying gig.
Okay.
With Down, and so he went and did Down. But they're back together doing the 4-piece again. They've been doing the 3-piece for the last 3-4 years, solid. But they're back with Pepper. They're writing a new record, and they're out on tour right now, kind of testing the water, seeing what the interest is, and then they're going from there. They just signed with Nuclear Blast, and new tour right now, and then new music early next year.
All right, excellent. And then speaking of reunions, it was I called it.
Yeah,
I called it that GNR has decided to reunite with 3/5 of the members.
Did you call 3/5 of the
members?
No,
but I did say that the reason Axl pulled his lineup of GNR off the road was because there was a reunion in the works.
Right. Sure.
And, I didn't know that as fact, but, that was my suspicion that all of a sudden all these members were resigning or, whatever. And then, of course, the Slash made up with Axl and,
right.
It was just the writing was on the wall.
Sure.
So, there's no Matt Sorum.
Boo.
there's no Gilby Clark.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer.
There's no Izzy.
Nope.
And there's no Steven Adler.
Nope.
Who basically said that he would commit suicide if the GNR lineup got together without him.
Bye, Steven.
Didn't he say that?
He did say that.
He did say that. He says, if those guys get together without me, I'm going to die.
Well, sorry. How much smack do you think he's done since this thing became a hot rumor?
I don't know the answer, but it's interesting that Duff, Slash, and Axl were able to work out whatever it is that they had to work out to include Dizzy Reed, which Dizzy's been in the fold for quite a while since the Use Your Illusion days,
right?
And then of course, is it Richard Fortus?
Richard Fortus and Frank Farrar.
Frank Farrar, right?
Yeah.
So two members of Axl's lineup and 2 members of the original lineup.
Yeah, and one that was in both.
Right, exactly.
Even split.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, too, isn't it?
So what song are you looking forward to hearing Slash play from Chinese Democracy?
I don't know that record well enough to even give you an answer.
You're not thinking they're going to play like Better? Or?
No, it's hard to say. I don't know what the give and take had to be in order to make this happen, but those guys are going to go home with a nice paycheck. I'll tell you that.
The fat paycheck, but the reason it is the way it is in my eyes, and I could be wrong. I have no knowledge. I'll be clear on this. I have no knowledge of any kind of inner workings with GNR. We do have a friend in GNR now,
right?
And we'll see how that materializes on Monday. But I don't have knowledge, but I'm making an assumption here that the only way Axl was willing to do it is if they agreed to play Chinese Democracy shit. That's
what I'm saying. I don't know what the trade-off is.
Yeah.
But I think that you're probably right. There will probably be 1 or 2 songs from the non-original GNR era, and then the rest of it is the GNR, the original era.
Yeah, there's got to be. Because it's got to be Axl saying all of it is GNR.
Right.
Otherwise, he would bring in Duff or Gilby or not Duff, but Gilby or Steven or whatever. He would just do a true reunion.
Exactly.
But to him, this probably is a reunion. To him, this probably is Guns N' Roses.
Well, what does it always boil down to?
Him.
The singer and the guitarist.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Hail and Kill Caller, you're on the air.
Hey, it's me again. I'm sorry to be a pain in the ass, but hey, fuck Guns N' Roses. They fucking blow because Slash sounds like a fucking sick guitar player. I'm a musician, and then Sweet Child of Mine is the worst song ever. Slash should fucking be shot and killed because he sounds like he's the guitar has the fucking flu.
Do you wish that he would have been in France yesterday?
What?
Do you wish he would have been in France yesterday?
That would have been okay. Yeah.
So had Slash got killed by a terrorist in the France attacks, it wouldn't have made the news like Philthy Phil.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because Slash fucking, to me, as a musician, Slash stinks. His guitar sounds like he's got the flu, and that's it.
Okay.
To me, I fucking hate Slash.
So Slash being killed by a terrorist, less important than Philthy Phil dying of natural causes.
Probably. Yeah, you could say that, yeah.
Okay. All right. Philthy Phil greater than Slash.
Oh, Philthy Phil is fucking greater than Slash, I'll tell you. Because Slash, he fucking his guitar is half step, I guess. And his half step, he sounds like the guitar has the flu.
Right. I heard that, John. That's what I've heard from you. All right, John.
Yes.
Always glad you're checking in with us again and bringing your music insight and knowledge.
All right. Well, thank you very much. It's probably useless, but thank you very much.
All right, John.
All right, Mr. Neeley. Goodbye.
It's always good to have a music insider.
It is. I like that.
Yeah. So, I mean, you didn't know that his guitar had the flu.
I did not know that, but now I do.
And now we both know.
So if and when I see Slash again, I'm going to pay a very, very close attention to see if maybe there's some snot dripping off the neck of it or something.
So if Slash happens to get killed in a future terrorist attack, just know John will be up there cheering, well, at least it's not as important as Philthy Phil.
Right.
That's how it'll go.
Exactly. All right. So anyway, yes, I'm going to agree with you, Chris. I have no inside knowledge either, but I will say that there was probably some kind of a trade-off.
Right.
And that's why there's 2 and 2, and the neutral guy being Dizzy.
Right.
And then they'll play obviously the traditional GNR stuff, and then they'll have to play like 1 or 2 songs from the non-original lineup GNR.
Right.
And everybody will be happy.
Yeah. Except the fans.
well, whatever. People are just going to be glad to see Axl and Slash playing together.
Did you happen to go out online at all and look at the reaction?
I have not.
Wow. There are a lot of lemmings out there. There are a lot of people that are like, they're literally saying, well, this sucks, but I'll go.
Right. It's the whole Jimmy Page, Robert Plant thing when they did their reunion.
Right.
It wasn't Led Zeppelin, but it's close enough to where I can, I'll swallow the ticket price and go.
Man, oh man, oh man. I don't know, man. Are you gonna go?
I don't know. I don't.
Chicago.
I wouldn't mind seeing it. I'm not going to sit there and go, oh, no Gilby Clarke or no Izzy, no Steven Adler, no GNR. I'm not one of those hardcores.
It's going to be $1.50 a ticket.
I'm sure it is.
Will you pay that?
It depends. I don't know. I guess I'll have to see what the accommodations are. I mean, if it's going to be like in a stadium, which more than likely it will be.
Yeah, it's got to be. It'll be at Wrigley Field.
Yeah. It'll be at Wrigley Field or at the, I don't know what they call it now, the GT Cellular Center or something, whatever it is.
Yeah, that's going to be too small. It's going to be at Wrigley. It's going to be just like Pearl Jam or...
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Whatever. So it's at Wrigley. You got, 60,000 there. Will you go see it for $150 a ticket?
I guess what I would have to do is I would grant... barring that it's not the first show on the tour.
Yeah.
And I would see some reviews or maybe some YouTubes or something.
Right.
That would probably influence me one way or the other.
Okay. Yeah. I'll go. Honestly, I'll go because, one, I think Slash is great. And unlike John, his guitar didn't sound like it had the flu when I saw him 2 months ago.
Sure.
You know, he sounded fine to me. But and Axl will stink, and I know that. But I will go just because when I saw him, I've been saying this to a couple friends. The best I've ever seen them play was in 2002 with Buckethead.
Okay.
That was the best I'd ever seen Guns N' Roses. And I saw him on Use Your Illusions tours several times. And I saw him on Appetite when they opened for Motley. So I saw him all through, you know, and the best tour that I ever saw them play was the one with Buckethead.
Right.
So Axl does have a way of doing it with those goofs. So it'll probably sound a little more like the original, I guess, with Slash and Duff playing. But it'll be good enough. I like Guns N' Roses. I'll probably go.
Well, here's a discussion I had with my nephew this afternoon about this.
Okay.
Will Axl get in shape?
No. Absolutely not.
You don't think?
No.
Okay.
I don't think he'll do one sit-up.
Really?
No. You think he's going to change what he does now?
I don't know. I'm just asking the question.
He's getting the payday.
True.
He hasn't given a fuck in 10 years. Why would this be different?
Well, because it is a reunion and maybe it's, you know.
This is a guy that has never given a fuck about the fans. This is the thing everybody forgets about fucking Axl Rose. This is the guy that just shows up 2 hours late because he's not ready to play.
Right.
Because he doesn't give a fuck that people have to go to work on Wednesday morning. He's going to make you stay at the fucking venue till 3:30. He's
Sure.
going to just pay the overage on the curfew. He's just going to pay the fines. He doesn't care what people think. So is he going to get in shape so that the show is better? That's a huge assumption that he gives a fuck all of a sudden about the fans.
Okay, I'm just asking the question.
There's no way.
So you don't think he'll trim down and maybe even take some voice lessons?
No chance.
No? Okay.
No chance at all. I think Slash might practice.
Well, Slash has always seemed like he has, you know, the imagery and his presentation.
Yeah.
And I would think that Slash has never let himself go to begin with.
No, not at all. He's a little heavier than he used to be.
Yeah, but everybody gets heavier as they get older, but still.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be what you've been getting. Honestly, I don't think it's going to be that much different than what you've been getting, you know, last summer.
Okay.
I mean, the guitars will sound a little bit different, but DJ Ashba did a good enough job pretending he was Slash.
Right.
You know, I don't think it's going to be that. I don't think you're going to hear and go, oh, wow, this is what I've been missing.
Sure.
It's not going to be that crazy different.
Right. All right. Well, I just was wondering if you thought Axl would care enough to, you know, get in better shape.
Do you think he will?
You know, I'm only imagining. I don't know the answer, but I'm only imagining that I would think that maybe they would, since they're going to make this big splash, that they would want to make the best splash possible. Well, it is a big assumption, but if you look at Duff,
yeah,
you know, he's into that whole kickboxing and all that, and he's like lean and mean, and Slash is lean and mean,
right?
And do you think Axl would come out and look like a big slob next to those guys?
Is DJ Ashba fat?
No, but he's not one of the original guys, you see.
But all these other guys, I mean, I just don't see him caring.
Okay, again, that's your thoughts.
I just cannot imagine him giving a fuck enough about. He's only doing this for the money.
Of course.
I'm not even of the belief that he's going to see these guys.
Okay.
They're not going to travel together. You don't think they're going to travel?
No, it's going to be a Motley Crue situation.
Yeah.
Where he meets them at the venue and he comes out on his own side of the stage and, you know, all that kind of stuff.
Those guys will sound check. He won't be there. And then when it's time for the show, they'll end up seeing each other on stage for 90 minutes or 2 hours or whatever. They do play long shows. I'll give them that.
Right.
But yeah, I do not see it as like a love fest. That's you know, our guy Alan, the Rival Sons guy,
right?
Is that for Rival Sons?
Mm-hmm.
He posted on my Facebook, do you think they'll do an album? It's like, no fucking chance.
No. But see, you and I had this discussion, very briefly this week, that albums are just a waste of time these days.
Yeah.
It's a waste of time.
Do you think they'll even do a song?
Maybe.
I don't think so.
Don't even think they'll do one song.
No way.
No?
I don't think that they have it in them to sit down and write together. I don't think Axl is at all willing to share that anymore. Do you think he would sit down and say, okay, well, let's work out some parts?
Well, I don't know. Again, I don't know what the dynamic is.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously this is a money grab.
Right, sure.
There's going to be big bank to be made here.
Sure.
But, again, I don't know what the dynamic is. So, you can speculate all you want. I guess we'll have to wait to see what comes to fruition once they hit the road.
Look, believe me, I would love to see Axl come out in shape and have them do it as good as they ever did it. But the honest truth is, as good as they ever did it was not with those other guys.
True.
I mean, you saw Use Your Illusions, didn't you?
I did.
Did you think it was great, or did you think it was
just
a good show?
It was a big production. It definitely was a big show.
Sure, but I mean, was their performance mind-blowing?
No, it was not mind-blowing. It was a big show is what it was. It wasn't like, oh my God, Axl was superb and, right. Slash was like the greatest ever. And, they transcended beyond, but they did have a huge production.
Yeah. I mean, I saw it several times. I saw it when they were with Metallica. I saw it with Skid Row opening. I saw it with LA Guns opened one of them. I saw it numerous times, and it was a gigantic production. But I'll be honest, like when Skid Row opened for them on Slave to the Grind, Skid Row blew them right off the fucking stage.
Mm-hmm. Skid
Row kicked their ass.
Right.
And obviously Metallica kicked their ass. That was when Metallica was on the Black Album. For God's sakes.
Right.
So Metallica ripped their ass up as well. And Motley Crue kicked their ass in 88 or 86 or whatever it was, whenever they were opening for Motley.
Right.
They're a good band, not a brilliant band. And I think people want to remember that they were a brilliant band, but Use Your Illusions, you remember because you were of the age at that time. When that came out, be honest, you thought it was one good record that was stretched out to two.
Yeah, there was definitely a lot of filler songs in there.
Yeah. Appetite was brilliant, but Use Your Illusions was half good. Spaghetti Incident, did you care?
No.
And then they were done. Lies had two good songs on it.
Right. Well, the rest of it was just old re-release stuff.
Yeah. And that was a cash grab.
Yep.
Really?
That was just a holdover because they were taking so long between Appetite and Use Your Illusion, so they needed something to put out there.
Right, so the label threw that piece of
shit. They did,
out.
Absolutely. Hail and Kill Caller, you're on the air.
Hey, this is me again.
Hey, John, you're going to burn out your punch card if you're not careful.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry for this. But, hey, there's a bunch of really stupid listeners tonight.
There are?
Yeah, there are. Because nobody can understand why fucking Guns N' Roses stinks.
Okay.
Tell us why, John.
There is a really bunch of stupid listeners tonight because I'm the only one that's fucking getting through, and this is ridiculous because Guns N' Roses have always stunk because Slash's guitar playing is awful. The drummer, he's a fucking retard. And fucking Axl Rose, he stinks. I'm just not a fan.
Well, and since you're not a fan, that makes them terrible.
They're fucking awful.
Okay. All right.
I am never a fan of Guns N' Roses, and I never will be.
All right, John.
You're just fucking. It's like the Motorhead product. You're just buying the name.
They should be killed in France.
Well, I wouldn't care. well, I wouldn't care, but who gives a shit about fucking Guns N' Roses?
Right.
They're done.
Yep.
Who cares?
Axl Rose is no David Lee Roth, that's for sure.
Damn straight.
David Lee Roth would fucking beat the shit out of fucking Axl Rose in 2 seconds.
All right.
Van Halen fucking kills all and rules the world.
Right.
Hey, all right. See you, Miss Neeley.
All right, John, will we be hearing from you again tonight?
Let's hope.
No, you will not. No. Probably next week.
Okay.
All right, hey, it's an honor to talk to you, Mr. Neeley.
All right, John. Same to you.
Thank you, Mr. Neeley.
All right, thank you, John.
And see you, Chris. See you, Miss Hagen.
All right, see ya. Balloon, not John.
He's our correspondent up in the Northeast.
Jeez, oh man. David Lee Roth would kick his ass.
Right. 2 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah. That's what I say, pal.
Good Lord.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll talk a little bit more about this later in the show. We got some corrosion of conformity coming up here.
All right.
So if you are listening to the Classic Metal Show, we are live. Are you staying the whole show tonight, Chris?
Here all night.
All night.
I have nowhere to be tomorrow except for somewhere, but
I have nowhere to be except for somewhere.
Yeah, that was a real Ruffo statement, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
No, I don't have to be anywhere early. I'll put it that way.
All right. All right. Well, Corrosion of Conformity out on tour with Pepper in the bunch and in the band.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll be talking. Who are we talking to here?
Woody Weatherman, the guitarist, and one of my old buddies.
All right. Excellent. All right. Well, join us in the chat room, chatandkill.com. Chatandkill.com if you're listening on the Spreaker, my favorite platform.
Mm-hmm.
Join us, chatandkill.com.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's get into some COC. This one is called Rise, River, Rise. It's Corrosion of Conformity exclusively here
on your Classic Metal Show.